Hello, welcome to another video of another modeling example video. I think one student was asking how to model something like this, and it's so simple. I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna turn on the grid here. Is this a grid? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna select that, and I'm gonna press F here just to frame it. Okay, and I'm in the front view right here. I'm gonna move this to the center of the grid like so. I could even move it down just a little bit so it's like touching here. So I'm moving it using the move tool. That's W. W is the move tool. Just select the image and press W, you get the move tool. So you can move it up, down, whatnot. But in this case, we just want to move it like this. I'm gonna hit the space bar to go into the front view fully. And simple, let's get the curve to create curve tool. Double click on the curve tool. Double click on the curve tool. Make sure is the cubic one that's selected, which is it by default, which is good. You can even reset the tool just to reset what you got. And then we could go here now and zoom in and simply click here, click here, click. I'm only gonna model this one thing because I know we had like a lot of. I'm gonna click here. We had a lot of these videos, so I'm only gonna model this one thing. I'm not gonna model that or that. Just want to model this one. Just want to show you guys how to do it again. I'm gonna click all the way down here. Then I'm gonna click one here, one here, one here. Then I'm gonna click one here, and then one here, and then press one here, and then press shift, actually X, undo that, press X and click and make that there, press enter, and just right click, go to control vert. If you right click and hold, you go control verts, then you can select the verts and move these around like so. Okay, all right, cool. You could go here, you can go up top here, right click, control verts, and just move this up. See that? And this thing has a close, has a clothing up top. So that's why we brought over this to connect to here because it has a clothing. If it had an open mouth, if it had like open top layer, we would just like delete this part here, like right here, and then only have it come until here and then stop. But in this case, it closes, so we have to close it. Okay, good. All right, cool. All right. Since we're in the curve tool era, we could go ahead and draw other curves here. So I'm going to click on create curve and CV curve tool. And it's as simple as click here. I'm going to click here, and then click here, and click here, and press enter. I'm going to right click on here, control verts, press W, the move tool, and just simply move them up. It's not that hard, guys. Come on. Right click, go to control verts, move these up. W with the move tool, and just simply move it into place. You don't have to bring it down to here because we're going to be extruding stuff. So right here is good enough. Okay, so that's number two. So we have one curve, two curve, and then last but not least, we're going to go back to our curve tool. We're going to click here, click here, click here, click here. We can't really see it, but you can just imagine it and connect it there. Press enter. And then you can right click, go control verts, and just simply move that in like so. Okay, there you go. Cool. All right, so now that I have, so I think it was Elisa. Um, you might want to start over you could delete the geometry that you currently have and start over yours by creating these curve first from scratch. That way now I'm gonna go file and save my scene. I'm gonna go file, save my scene. Then I'm gonna go to surfaces, revolve, option box. I'm gonna go edit, reset. I need it to be polygon. I also need it to be quads, count, and hit apply. And then I'm gonna press closing. Okay, so now it looks scary right now, right? I'm gonna hit the space bar, go into my, I'm gonna go into my hit the space bar and go into my perspective, hit the space bar. Then I'm gonna go mesh display, reverse, right? I'm also gonna turn on X-ray, and as you can see, I need to go up. I'm gonna hit by the space bar, hit space bar again, and I need to turn on X-ray here. I need a couple of things here, so I'm gonna go to mesh tools, insert edge loop, and simply just click one here and press the R on your keyboard, and you just scale this up like that, Elsa. Press W to move it up. Then we need to go back again and go mesh tool, insert edge loop, click one more here, under here, and one more there. It says left click in it. All right, press Q key on the keyboard, double click on the one in the middle, press R, scale it up from the center, just like that. You can select the bottom one, press W, and just move that up kind of like that. It's really not that hard, guys. Right click, go to vertices. You could grab the verts on top here, press your W key to get your move tool, and you just move it down, just flatten it. That's a little bit there. That's good enough. Right click, go to object mode. You could go to mesh tools again, insert edge loop, and just add one more edge loop here if you wanted, and add the others right here. So for this one, I'm going to add one. Okay, and I'm going to add two here. Then I'm going to add three, one more here. And it's as simple as select my selection tool, double clicking on this line here, press R on the keyboard, and just scale it inwards. I'm gonna double click on the top line, and I'm also gonna scale it in, kind of like so. Double click on the middle one. So basically the logic is you're shaping it. So you can move this guy up here, and I feel like I go to mesh tools, insert edge loop, click another edge loop in here, press R, and just scale it out so it fits like that. Okay, so now that I think I want to add another edge loop, so I'm gonna go mesh tool, insert edge loop, and put one more here. Okay, all right, cool. All right, cool. All right. The one at the bottom, you could right click, go to verts, select this, press R, and scale it down so it's like that. Okay, nothing groundbreaking. Right click, select this. You want to go to mesh tools again, insert as loop. We want one here, one. We want one here, two. We're going to add one more to the bottom here, two more to the bottom. Press R while you're in this middle one. Just scale it out a little bit there. You could choose to go to mesh tool again, insert as loop, and add one more here. Here we could add probably one more, and press W on the keyboard, double click on the one in the middle, and press R and scale it out just a little bit so you could select, double click on the second line, W, move that up, double click on this line, move that up, and go to mesh tool, insert edge loop, and click on the top here, like so. All right, cool. All right, great. And then hit spacebar here, and then you could turn off your X-ray right here, and you could press 3 on the keyboard just to see what's going on. I have wireframe unshaded turned on by clicking on these lines too, and the lines turn on. But as you can see, we're doing very good. Okay, cool. Only thing I have to do is up here, I need to go to mesh tools, insert edge loop again, and press 3 or add 1 here, and press R on the keyboard and scale the middle one, like so. You see that? Scale the middle one, and I need to double click on this guy here and scale it outwards. You see that? All right, cool. Very good. See that? Pretty cool. So now turn on by wireframe unshaded. Now I'm gonna turn off my artwork just for now. Now I have to do a bunch of extrude. So I'm gonna select this curve, and then I'm gonna go to modify, to center pivot, and I'm just gonna move this slightly to over here, so it's not in the center. And it's because, okay, all right, cool. Well, I could right click and select, I could right click here, select an edge, select one of these edge, and just probably move it over. It's not gonna work. I think that's fine. Okay, select what I want you to do. So now to do this, so right click, go to object mode, make sure you're in object mode, right click on whole, go to faces here. You're gonna select this face, and then shift select the curve. Then you're gonna go to edit mesh, extrude this one. It looks like that, but don't be scared. Don't be scared about it, because we need to go over your right hand side here and scroll all the way down where it said division. So you see polyface extrude here. Scroll all the way where it said divisions. We want to put about eight divisions, and there we go. Okay, cool, pretty cool. All right, pretty cool. All right, okay, very good. All right, very good. So I'm gonna press 1 on the keyboard to go back to low poly mode. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna right click, go to object mode, and then I could go in here and I could go mesh tool, insert edge loop, drop 1 here. I can press R on the keyboard and just move that up, shape it. See that? Now I think we need to right click, go to faces here, select this face underneath here. Make sure you're not selecting any other face. Make sure. So we only need this one here, and press delete. We need to select this face where it's going to be connected to, and make sure we're not selecting any other place, and press delete. Okay, now we need to right click, go to vertices. We need to select, so let's start about around this one here. I'm going to press 4 on the keyboard. So we need to select this one and then press 5 and shift select that one here. Then we need to go to edit mesh and merge. That one is merge. Okay, now we need to click off into the space here So we did not select anything. Then we need to select this one, shift select that one. Then we're going to go edit mesh and merge. We're going to click off in the distance, shift select this, shift select that one, and then we're going to go edit mesh and merge. Then last but not least, we're going to click off into the distance here, shift select this one, shift select that one, make sure we're not selecting anything else other than those two, and then we're going to go edit mesh and merge. Okay, cool. Now it's kind of weird, so you can press W and you can move it in a little bit, not too much, but just be careful. You could move this and move that in like so if you want to. You could move this one, move it to the side. You could select that and make sure you're not selecting anything else. You could probably select these things here. Make sure you're not selecting anything else. And you're in a move tool, which is a W key on the keyboard, and just slightly move it out a little bit so it looks good. Other than that, if I right click, go to object mode, and press 3 on the keyboard, it looks like that. I could turn off my there, and there it is. If you want to be really fancy, you could go to edit. You could go to mesh tools, insert as loop, and you could put one here, one there. You could put one there, one loop there, and you could, let's see, don't put any here. I'm thinking what we could do though, we could right click, go to edge, double click on this edge here, double click on that edge, double click on that edge, shift. Oh, let me start over. So what we're doing, we're right clicking, go to edge, just right click and hold, go to edge, double click on that edge, shift, hold on shift, double click on that edge, hold on shift, double click on that edge, hold on shift, double click on that edge. Then we need to go to edit mesh and bevel. Okay. All right. Then we need to tell this that we want about in the segment section here. See this menu comes up. Put about 2 in there, and there you go. Once you put 2 in there, make sure, oh, everything is good. Everything is good, yeah. At where they meets here, we have to make sure it's quads or triangle. So as it looks right now, it looks good. We're doing good. I'm going to right click, go to object mode, and I'm going to press 3 on the keyboard. Actually, I don't like that. So I don't like how the geometry is like pinched and stuff like that. Sure, it's cool to have the little ridge, but I kind of don't like that. So I'm going to press Ctrl Z and undo. So where I don't add the thing, and kind of just leave it like this. Okay. All right. So pretty cool. So now delete history if you want. You could delete history off of this if you want. So we're at a good spot. So we feel very confident. So you could, okay, hold on. Select this one, right click, and go to object mode. Go to edit, delete by type, history. So it cleans up everything over here. Now we have this one to deal with. So simply you're gonna go faces, shift select the face here. No, okay. Right, select this object, right click, go to face. Select the face that you want to extrude from. Shift select the curve that we draw, edit mesh, and extrude. Now we don't want to stop there. Remember, going over your right hand side here, scroll down where it said division. We're gonna put about 8 in there, press enter. Or how come this is like this? How about 9? Okay, I'm gonna undo this. Undo. Okay. All right, I'm gonna press 1 on the keyboard. So I'm gonna right click, go to faces, should select that face, should select the curve, and go to edit mesh and do a extrude. Then I'm gonna try to do divisions. It's not working the way I want it to work. It's not working the way I want it to work, guys. Because really, um, a couple of things I could do because for example, I'm gonna turn on the wireframe and shaded. I don't know why it's like that. Maybe I'm gonna have to go to select the curve here, go to curves, and we're gonna go here and all the way at the bottom, go to option box and click on keep original and reverse curve option and it'll apply and close. So in the outliner, you'll see it says this. I'm gonna press W and I'm gonna just move this out of the way. I'm gonna select the original curve here and delete it. I'm gonna take this one that I just moved and just put 0 here to move it back. And let's see if it works now. So right click, hold on, face, select the face, shift select the curve, and then we're gonna go to edit mesh and extrude. There we go, it works. And then we could go into divisions and we could just put in about 8 and yeah, we could put say 9. Okay, and if we're not really happy about certain parts of it, we could right click, go to verts, select the verts here, press W, get your move tool, and you simply just move it like so. It's not perfect. I mean, I could have done a way better job and everything, but at this point, we don't have much time left. This assignment is due Wednesday night, so just want to let you know. So we don't have enough time to play around. But this is simple enough that we're gonna do. We're gonna move this in. Um, Another thing we could do with this, select here, poly extrude face. We could scroll down here. We could go to taper. So like see paper like so. You know, like we could turn on the reference artwork, hit space bar, go into our we could go into our front view, go on taper, and you could put in the taper you could put about 3 or 4, or you could put 1 or 0.5, kind of like that. So 0.5 will give this neat tapered tip in the taper section. So 0.5, okay? All right, and then you could go in here and you could go to vertices and you could simply just select and move it how you think. Each one, W to get a move tool, and just simply moving it and moving it into place, just like that. All right, cool. If you're not happy with it, you could just simply just move it in by using the move tool and just moving. You're not doing anything crazy. Simple as that. Move this one here, and yeah. Hit the space bar to go back into your view, turn off the reference artwork, and in terms of the here, you can select this, go to faces, double click on this face, and you could go to edit mesh and you could do an extrude, and you could hit the little gizmo here, click on one of these, tap this, then you just scale it in the middle like so. Then you're gonna press G to repeat the key, G as in go. Then you just simply click on this and move it in inwards, keep going in, and then you could just simply press delete, and then you could go in here, go to mesh tools, insert as loop, then you could put one inside here, one outside, and one at the tip like so. You could even press R and just make some kind of thing, and then you can press 3 on your keyboard, and there we go, it's done. Okay, it's not that perfect, but you know, it's better than a lot of things. Okay, it's not perfect. Also, if the curve is still there for the handle, so all we need to do, we could select, go to object mode, select the curve. If you're not happy, you could go right click, go to control verts, hit the space bar, turn on X-ray, and if you're not happy with this, you could simply move the curve, kind of like that. See that? Move the curve, move this here, move this over like so if you're not happy with that. All right, you can select the top ones, move it over. So once you're done with your modeling, you're happy with this, turn on the X-ray. Once you're happy with the movement and everything, I'm gonna move this back here. Once you're happy with everything, you can select this and probably move it like so. Yeah, okay. Make sure you grab everything. So select this curve here, right click curve, make sure you grab everything and just move it over if you want. No, leave it. I say leave it, yeah. All right, so we're good. Now that you've finished modeling the thermos, all you need to do, select, edit, delete by type, edit, delete by type history. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, then you give it a name. And you could get rid of the curves. So not ideally history, I could get rid of the curves in here once you're happy with it. This is once you're happy, because you don't want to redraw these curves if you're not happy with it. So I'm happy with this now, so I'm going to press select everything here, press delete. So now I only have the here. Now I select this, press R, and I could scale this up or down. So maybe scale it down. Okay, and then you could go to modify freeze transformation, and then you move on to modeling the other things, orange and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to model orange, I just wanted to show you how to create this shape here. And that's it. So good luck. This is all I could do to help. Hope it was helpful, and I hope you're able to do it. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. All right, so take care, and yeah.